Make I go do that.
La Lumos Brand Soda kó o gba tẹlifíṣàn kan tàbí fáànù kan sí lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ àdéhùn àti ọ̀rọ̀ àjọsọ ń bẹ̀wò.
Má gbé kúrò, má yí kúrò, filẹ̀ sílẹ̀.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ò tán lè mi.
Àìpàwà lẹ́ ń gbọ́, mọ́mí má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀.
Dábìrà yóò tán.
Dádì má yí kúrò níbẹ̀ o. Jọ́wọ́ níbẹ̀. Dábìrà má gbé kúrò níbẹ̀ sílẹ̀ síbẹ̀. 102.7 jọ́wọ́ níbẹ̀. Ọ̀kín lọ bá ẹyẹ ìjọba ẹranko. Àkókò ló lè dóbi ilé ìjọba ẹranko. Tó dáńtọ́.
92.7 FM, behind the people.
It's a beautiful morning to you listeners out there, and we're live at the studios of iPower 102.7 FM. This is your delectable sports program, Sports Diaries, and I am Sports Diva. And this morning, of course, I am going to be taking you on an eventful ride through the world of sports, ranging from the latest sports update, expert analyses, and exciting highlights in the sporting arena. So get ready, let's get the sports party started. Yes, beginning from the MPFL, where we've got this Ancastina United midfielder Aziz Falolu, as he has said the team will push to return to the winning ways in their next league game against Kwara United. The Changi boys' 4-game unbeaten run was altered by defending champions Remo Stars last weekend. Castina United will square off with Kwara United at the Mohamed Diko Stadium this weekend. Falolu said they will make it through the preparations for the game. He said, and I quote, every game is crucial now. We will prepare thoroughly to secure maximum points. Castina United currently occupy 9th position on the league table with 38 points. Yes, still talking MPFL. And this is concerning the nominees for Manager of the Month, as it has been on field. The quarter Fidelisi Lechuku Rangers Benga Ogumbote played to United. Aziz Mohammed Castina United, Bryce Ozebagbe Ikorodu City have been nominated for the Nigerian Premier Football League MPFL Manager of the Month award for February. Lechuku led Rangers to 2 wins and 2 draws in 4 matches during the period under review. The Flying Antelopes also maintained 2nd position on the MPFL table. Ogumbate led Plateau United out of the relegation zone during the month. The experienced tactician guided the team for 2-3 wins and 1 defeat in the month. Ozebagbe, tactical brilliance as aided Ikorodu City believe in securing a continental ticket. The Younger Boys recorded 2 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat from 4 matches. Ikorodu City occupied 3rd position in the league table with 45 points. Mohammed also led Castina United to an unbeaten run during the month. They registered 2 wins and 2 draws. The winners of the award will be decided by a panel of the Nigerian football experts and will be announced next week. Yes, moving on now from the MPFL straight into the NNL. Now we've got this on Godswill Akpabio's FC versus Ekiti United. The Nigerian National League NNL has announced a change in the date of the match day 13 fixtures involving Godswill Akpabio FC and Ekiti United. The encounter, which was initially scheduled for Saturday 7th of March, will now hold on Sunday 8th of March 2026. The game will be played at Uyo Township Stadium. The league body made the announcement in a memo addressed to both clubs and signed by the NNL Chief Operating Officer Dan Lami Alanana on Wednesday. The memo stated that the match was moved due to unavailability of ground. The league body urged the State Football Association to ensure smooth execution of the game. Yes, moving on. We have got this on WAFCON 2026, and this is coming directly from no other person but CAF. The 2026 Women African Cup of Nations has been postponed by the Confederation of African Football, CAF. CAF announced the postponement of the competition on its official website recently. The competition was initially scheduled to hold in Morocco for 17th of March to 3rd of April 2026. It has now been rescheduled to hold from 25th of July to 16th of August. CAF said he took the decision to ensure the success of the competition in the light of certain unforeseen circumstances. The Super Falcons of Nigeria won the last edition of the competition, also hosted by Morocco. Yes, still talking CAF and WAFCON 2026 postponement, where we've got this one coming from Super Falcon forward Omari Salaba Bajide, as she has expressed disappointment following the postponement of the 2026 Women African Cup of Nations. The Confederation of African Football has now announced recently that the competition, which was scheduled to start in Morocco on March 17th, has been postponed to July 2026. CAF said the decision was taken as a result of certain unforeseen circumstances. The majority of the 16 qualified team had already started preparations for the competitions and engaged in friendlies during the recent international window. Babajide, who plays for Italian club AS Roma, labeled the postponement as embarrassing. She said, and I quote, "It is actually embarrassing at this point." Yes, still talking WAFCON 2026, as the Nigerian Super Falcons will now be decamped following the postponement of the 2026 Women African Cup of Nations. Justin Madugu's side returned to the country on Wednesday after playing two friendlies against the indomitable Lioness of Cameroon in Yaoundé last week. The African champions were initially expected to head to Morocco for the final phase of their preparation. The players have now dispersed to their different clubs after the Confederation of African Football, CAF, rescheduled the tournament for July. CAF, however, remained silent on the country that will host the biennial competition. The Super Falcons are drawn in Group C with Malawi, Zambia, and Egypt. Yes, moving on, where we've got this fresh update coming from the NWFL player EO2 that was allegedly kidnapped. Nigerian Women Football League player EO2 Jan has regained her freedom after being kidnapped along the Benin Expressway last Friday. EO2's relative Blessing Ojima has confirmed that the player was released on Thursday after her family paid a ransom of 1.5 million naira to her abductors. According to Ojima, the kidnappers initially demanded 20 million naira for her release before reducing it to 10 and eventually accepted the family's final offer. Yes, moving on, where we've got this coming directly from Victor Osimhen. We've got this coming from Osimhen. And this is coming from Dusan Özbek, the president of the Turkish club Galatasaray, as he has firmly denied the claims that the club is owing Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen and other players outstanding salaries, insisting that no financial obligations have been met threat in line to contractual agreement. The club chief described the proposal, the reporter, as misleading and damaging, stressing that Galatasaray remains financially disciplined despite the scrutiny that follows high-profile signings and a demanding season both domestically and in Europe. Osimhen has been linked with a move to some European best clubs, and the report cited following the claims from some Turkish outfits that the league leaders are struggling to pay the players' salaries within the Nigerian the highest paid. However, Uzbek, a 76-year-old, has dismissed the salary claims in strong terms, saying if you make things happen, you create crises like this. Galatasaray is an elite team made up of world-class footballers, and you can't make these players play with just words. If players don't receive their salary for 2 to 3 months, they will not play. This kind of reports are an insult to the professionals of our players, and they are bonus and incentive and clauses, and we pay them all on time. Galatasaray has not defaulted a single lira, not a single lira overdue. Meanwhile, the Nigerian all-time Bundesliga top scorer, Jonathan Akpobore, has backed from a Napoli striker to thrive in Bayern Munich amid growing reports linking him with a move to German giants. Yes, moving on, where I've got this coming directly from Ademola Lookman. Ademola Lookman has been named the Sofa Score Cup Diary team of the semi-finals, having a fine 2-legged contribution as Atletico Madrid booked their place in the finals at the expense of Barcelona. The Super Eagles forward earned an average rating of 8.0 across both legs of the semi-finals, having scored a goal and provided an assist in the dominant 4-0 first leg victory at the Estadio Metropolitano before featuring 458 minutes in return leg at the Spotify Camp Nou, which Barcelona won 3-0, but which proved insufficient as Atletico advanced 4-3 on aggregate. Lookman was one of 6 Atletico players recognized in the team in goal Juan Musso and a rating of 8.1, while David Anko anchored the defensive line in 7.4. The standout performer across the entire XI was Nahum Molina, who claimed the highest individual rating of 8.8 following his impactful display across both sides. With Sociedad, who beat Atletico Bilbao 2-0 on aggregate to claim the other final spot with a 1-0 win recorded home and away. Contributed 4 players to the team. Defender John Martin was the standout performer with a rating of 8.6, while midfielder Carlos Sola and Bernardo Rentes earning ratings of 7.4 and 7.7 respectively, with winger Goncalo Guedes completing the representation at 7.3. Barcelona Juice Conde rated 8.2 was the only representatives from the losing side. Atletico and Lookman will now face Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey final on April 18th in Sevilla. Yes, moving ahead to the EPL, where we've got this from Tottenham Hotspur and Palace. Troubled Tottenham launched deeper into relegation danger as Mickey van der Ven, moment of madness, triggered a damaging 3-1 defeat against Crystal Palace yesterday. He got to the side, spawned at the first half lead given to them by Dominic Solanke as Palace struck 3 times in 12 minutes before the interval in North London. Tottenham defender Van der Ven was sent off for a foolish professional foul on Ismail Assar, who converted the resulting penalty. Jürgen Strand Larsen scored Palace second and San struck again as the atmosphere at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium turned toxic. Furious fans in the half-empty arena cheered interim boss Tudor and his team at the final boo whistle after 1,000th at home. Long before Tottenham were put out of their misery, languishing in 16th place, Tottenham are just 1 point above relegation zone after a third bottom West Ham win at Fulham on Wednesday. They have lost 5 successive league games and are without a win in 11 consecutive top flight matches for the first time since 1975. With just 1 win in their last 13 home league games, Tottenham are in grave danger of playing in their second tier for the first time since 1977-78. and that remains the only season they have spent outside the top flight since 1950. They have 9 games left to save themselves from the astonishing relegation, starting with their trip to Liverpool on March 15. Before that, Tottenham have Champions League last for the 16th first leg at Atletico Madrid on Tuesday, but Europe is now the least of their concerns. Yes, moving on. Well, I've got this on coming directly from the transfer scene, and this is on no other person but Victor Osimhen, and this is coming directly from Galatasaray's president, Dustin Osberg, as he has revealed there is no release clause in Victor Osimhen's contract. The Nigerian international has recently been linked with a move to Syria giant Juventus. Osimhen also recently confirmed that the old lady tried to sign him from Napoli 2 years ago. Bundesliga champion Bayern Munich also rumored to have lined up for the powerful striker as a potential replacement for Harry Kane. Osberg insisted there is no clause in Osimhen's contract which would allow any club sign him for a pre-arranged fee. He further claimed that the striker, who served the Turkish Super League champions for many years, he had this to say. He said, and I quote, "There's no release clause in Osimhen's contract. He's an extremely successful footballer who will serve Galatasaray for many years." Osberg told Newsman. That will be played over the weekend, starting from fixtures that will be played today. Beginning strong from the FA Cup, where Wolverhampton Wanderers and Liverpool will go side by side, and that match will kick off by 8 p.m. Talking FA Cup and still talking matches, fixtures that will be played over the weekend, talking fixtures that will be played tomorrow, and the FA Cup where Mansfield Town versus Arsenal will kick off by 12:15 p.m. Wrexham versus Chelsea will kick off by 5:45 p.m. Newcastle United versus Manchester City will kick off by 8 p.m. And finally, still talking fixtures that will be played over the weekend. And still talking FA Cup, of course. Fulham versus Southampton will kick off by 12 p.m. Port Vale versus Sunderland will kick off by 1:30 p.m. And finally, Leeds United versus Norwich City will kick off by 4:30 p.m. Yes, moving forward to the world of boxing, where I've got this one on the 2026 Commonwealth Games. A total of 128 boxers, including 4 diaspora athletes, are locked in a fierce competition at the Briar Ionot Boxing Complex, National Stadium, Surulere, as the Nigerian Boxing Federation opened trials to select 10 representatives for the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland. They reached their decisive stage. The trials, which drew 101 men and 27 women, have produced spirited performances across the weight categories since preliminary bouts opened on Tuesday, with quarterfinals held on Wednesday and semi-finals scheduled for yesterday. Following the medical test and weigh-ins, the champions' bout are set for today, March 6th, in a carnival atmosphere running from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. NBF Secretary General Vivian Azimene confirmed that the team size was expanded following the intervention of their Director General of the National Sports Commission, Bukola Olopade. Yes, moving on. Well, I've got this boxing news coming direct directly from no other person but Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is undergoing intensive treatment on his rib as a two-time world heavyweight champion continues physical therapy month after the Euro crash that claimed the lives of his two closest friends in Nigeria. Joshua, 36-year-old, was involved in a fatal crash on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway on December 29th, just 10 days after knocking out Jake Paul in 6th round in Miami. The crash claimed the lives of his personal trainer Kevin Latta Yodele and long-term recovery therapist Shinogami. Joshua sustained major injuries and was discharged from the hospital 2 days later before being flown back to the United Kingdom to attend the funerals of his fallen brothers. A former champion shared snapshot of the painful-looking ribwalk on the Snapchat, captioning the post, "Rehabilitation protocol. When you go through certain things, you realize you are stronger than you think you are." With his recovery ongoing, the case against his driver, Adekoya, has been adjourned to March 13th at the Magistrate Court in Shagamu, Ogun State. Yes, moving on, as we've got this on Ogan Bassey and Boxing Week, and this is coming from the Nigeria Boxing Federation, as they have paid tribute to the late boxing legend Ogan Kid Bassey, as the inaugural National Boxing Week went underway in Lagos, with the open trials to select boxers for the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, Scotland, taking centre stage in a colourful ceremony at Bassey's gravesite at the National Stadium, Surulere. MBF Vice President Amone Imadu led a procession honoring the notable boxer Ogan Bassey. Still talking boxing, we've got this coming from our undisputed world heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis, as he has cautioned against comparing British Nigerian sensation Moses Itoma to the legendary Mike Tyson, insisting the 21-year-old deserves to be treated as his own man. Itoma has drawn frequent comparison to Iron Mike, owning to his explosive power, aggressive style and rapid rise to the professional ranks. But Lewis believes such talks does the youngster no favor. He had this to say, he said, and I quote, "I do not think Itoma should be compared to Tyson. He's nowhere near Iron Mike. Moses is his own brand. He's a great young fighter with a lot of potential. There's no need to rush him. He needs to be handled carefully." Itoma, who was born in Slovakia to a Nigerian father and a Slovak mother before relocating to Chatham, Kent, turned professional in January 2023 and has since posted 13 consecutive victories, 11 by knockouts, 9 of them inside the first 2 rounds. We've come to a wrap on today's edition of Sports Diaries. Many thanks to those who made today's program possible. Many thanks to those who are here with me in the studios this morning. Many thanks to those who tune in and consistently tune in to listen to Sports Diaries on iPower 102.7 FM. Until next time, I remain your favorite sports diva. Keep loving the game and stay sporting. God bless you.
Sports and entertainment. We are high-powered 102.7 FM, the pride of the people.